Usually we do maze every year, but because of COVID, we weren't able to do that. So I came out with the display this year. Because I do this, it really brings together everyone on this block and just everyone in this general area. You know, they all stop by to see it. They're all here doing their social distancing and masks. So we're all in the same team. It's been really, really packed. Last year we didn't have that many trick-or-treaters. We weren't expecting a lot this year because of COVID, but I mean, it was packed tonight. I've never seen it this busy on Halloween night, so it was a great night.
I wasn't really sure what to expect with COVID, except I knew that I had to do something that was socially distanced, but still maintained the quality and type of show that people are used to coming to see us for each Halloween season. We've definitely built quite a huge fan base since 2016 when we debuted. I plan all year long for the Haunted Rose. It's a real big passion project of mine, something I really want to touch on, and what I think is really important and really special and significant about Halloween 2020 in particular was Halloween was saved by the communities.
As we got closer to the season, we did hold out hope for a long time to be able to do some form of social distance ride. So we ended up kind of coming up with this hybrid of a drive-through / drive-in. I think everybody went into it understanding, COVID safety protocols. Everybody adapted to it pretty quickly, and then we did our part just to make sure all the backstage areas were clean, the costumes were washed, the props were being sanitized between actors, all that stuff. I think Halloween being canceled went out the door pretty fast. I think once all the Halloween people are like, that's not happening. That's what's great about the haunt community is everybody's so creative.
Our third year, and it's grown and changed a little bit each year. So the first 2 years was a more traditional kind of walkthrough style that I think people are more familiar with, and then 2020 hit and we had to rethink it. David comes from a very tech background and always has had a love and an appreciation for those things. So that was something that he was very passionate about to kind of pursue. And my background is in video production. So we were able to kind of marry those things to pretty good effect, I think, this year in this haunt. We've been working on this for months. Having done it in previous years, we knew that each year we like to go a little bit bigger, do things a little bit more intense. So we tried to prepare for that early, but as COVID and things like that started to develop, it was mostly just ideas, and then we thought maybe this isn't really the year to do anything. And then as we learned more and more haunts were actually closing down, it just made us really sad. We're enormous fans of Halloween. We love the holiday. And so when things were starting to close down, we just thought, that's terrible. So then we actually got reinvigorated to find a way to still bring this to life, but do so in a way that we felt was responsible and still safe.
I've been building haunted houses here at this house for 21 years now.
My passion came from him. I would see him building the haunt every year. It was difficult to adapt because we had to change everything we had into a show. Because usually we just do a walkthrough, but we had to write a story around a maze we already had.
We kind of reverse engineered our story, try to write a story that would encompass our great props so we wouldn't have to throw them all out the window and build all new ones or something.
The tale you're about to be told is not for the faint of heart.
of course, everybody was anticipating in the fall we'd be able to open. And if there's one show besides Santa Claus Conquers the Martians that I would want to do and not ruin the tradition, it's Night of the Living Dead. And the 15th year was a milestone that was very important. I was going to do something. So I wanted to make it a real fun, fresh, new experience.
We worked since the beginning with Brian, being very careful with the COVID-19 restrictions. We knew that the audience had to have their distance from us, that we had to provide PPE for the audience, that the actors were always going to wear their masks.
I had a whole full new script with everything written down, the times and how many people I needed. And then I just had to contact actors and stuff like that and get things going. What did help, this is a pretty immense amount of people, is that no one's doing anything right now. And they're sitting around, so they're just itching to get out and do something. And so this answered the call for not only them, but for me keeping the tradition up and also keeping the doors open for the Maverick.